colleague Sumi Rajappan is now joining us live as well from Chhattisgarh. Sumi, what can you tell us about reports of a Naxalite attack on a CRPF and DRG team?
Yes, absolutely. It's unfortunate. And in fact, the CRPF Javans, the CRPF personnel and the DRG were on a bike when they triggered a low-intensity IED in fact, it happened in Gallari, Ghatapur Road, which is in Sihava constituency. And this is really unfortunate because this was not anticipated in the first phase of polling when the entire Bastar division went into polling. This was anticipated as it was a Naxal-affected area. In fact, this morning as well, Bhindra Navagarh, 9 polling booths which fall in the extremely sensitive departments or extremely sensitive area. These polling booths have already began voting since 7 a.m. However, in Sihava, where this incident has taken place, the CRPF and the DRG personnel had gone on area domination to make sure that security personnel have been combing the entire area to make sure that the polling happened smoothly the way it happened in the first phase. In fact, in the first phase, speaking of the first phase, there were 3 IED blasts that had been done in Sukhma, Dantewada and also in Kanke throughout the day. And this was not anticipated in the second phase. And this is really surprising. And in fact, we had also seen how the Naxals had prompted all the villagers in Sukhma, Dantewada, Bijapur belt and in fact in all the adjoining districts to not vote. They had put up wooden placards in and across the villages and asking the villagers to completely boycott the voting. However, still the voter turnout was great, barring a few constituencies. In fact, barring Bijapur, where the Naxals have been present at the most amount. And in fact, the voter turnout in Bijapur, which is the most Naxal affected area in Chhattisgarh, it was barely 40%, whereas the entire 20 constituencies voted in huge numbers. So that is the impact that Naxals have in the region in Chhattisgarh. And in fact, back in 2018 as well, we had witnessed similar scenes where last minute displacement of polling stations had also happened. However, this time around it has been peaceful. They have been concentrated to certain pockets, but so far we've been witnessing high deployment of the CRPF personnel. In fact, this particular polling booth, speaking about this in Patan, in Kurudi, where CM Bhupesh Baghel is likely to come shortly, is in fact well protected, and there's a long queue that we are witnessing here, long queue of male and female voters. And in fact, remember, Chhattisgarh is a state where the female voters have outnumbered male voters. So it is an interesting fight. Naxal's intervention of a lot of Naxal attacks, and this is an attempt to bring down the voter turnout in Chhattisgarh, and it has always been this way.
Right. Okay. All right, Sumi, we're going to continue to come back to you. My colleague Sumi Rajappan reporting on the unfortunate incident of IED blast that has taken place. We're going to